In February 2024, it was announced that Lewis Hamilton would be leaving Mercedes and joining Ferrari. Toto Wolff then cries himself to sleep, Carlos Sainz gets sent to a mental institution, and Hamilton fans all breathe a sigh of relief. Because finally, the champ, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the friend of P. Diddy, was leaving Mercedes after the shit show that was 2022 to 2024. So excited to see you in red, Lewis. Welcome to Tifosi's home. So happy for you, and I know you made the best choice. We win and lose together, LH44. Let's write a new chapter. Look forward to the next chapter. Little did LH44 fans know that the next chapter they were getting into would be a mental fucking breakdown.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
During the winter break, Ferrari revealed their car and also spent a lot of time aura farming, sometimes even putting secret messages in their marketing. For example, if you look in the bottom right of this picture, it clearly says, "Our car is fucking shite."
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Ferrari also posted this picture and people went mental, talking about how there's 7 windows and a door to the 8th championship behind Hamilton. Very deep. But what they also missed is that the top right window is open so that he could throw himself out of it after finishing in 10th place at the first race of the season.
I am going to commit suicide.
I had no idea Lewis Hamilton was such a big Liam Payne fan.
There's no way I keep that in. There's no way. Oh, fuck it.
Now let me introduce you to the Ferrari cycle. And so at the Australian Grand Prix, we're here, if you couldn't tell. But then the next weekend in China, Lewis won the sprint race.
Lewis Hamilton wins for Ferrari for the first time.
Ferrari are back. Then, 12 races later, here we are again. Hamilton qualifies 12th in the Hungarian Grand Prix.
Put a bullet in my head and kill me right now.
However,
P1.
What? Mamma mia!
Absolutely useless.
Charles Leclerc takes pole in the same car and Twitter's vaginas thermally implode like a Star Wars seismic charge. My god, that is so satisfying. Remember last week when Lewis went through the field in Spa from 16th to 7th? Surely he could just do that again this weekend. So did he? No, not did he. Did he? No, he didn't.
Put a bullet in my head.
He's overtaken by Sainz and Antonelli at the start of the race. Then shock. Ferrari pull a terrible strategy and we get a glimpse of 2021 with Verstappen pushing Hamilton off the road. Only this time, it wasn't a fight for a world championship. It was a fight for 11th place. Not that deep. Who cares? It turns out Hamilton fans care. I hate Verstappen with everything in me. Fuck that Dutch bum. Always the same with Verstappen. Man, what a loser. Hamilton fans are genuinely the funniest breed of humans on the planet because they literally lost their minds even when Lewis himself didn't show up to the steward's room to discuss the incident. Like I said, not that deep. Anyways, he ends the race in 12th, and what actually annoys me is how the media asks shit questions as soon as Lewis has one bad result. For example, remember Craig Slater? And after the race, he interviewed Fred Vasseur about Hamilton's form, and here's the clip.
You look for the contribution of Lewis Hamilton with all his record of success, and you're confident as well he will recapture his best form on track, which is obviously key to winning
I think
things.
it's on Sky that last week you said that he had a fantastic race. No?
Indeed. Yes.
Yeah? Okay, good. Thank you.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, fuck you, Craig. Go fuck yourself. Get told. So it's very clear that things weren't going very well for Hamilton this weekend. So how did things on the other side of the garage go for Charles Leclerc? I can answer that. Even fucking worse. Why? Because the SF25 is worse than a Leisure Boats UK Leisure Unicorn Pedalo.
It's the biggest piece of...
So the race starts, and surprisingly, Piastri can't fit his hairline around the outside of Charles Leclerc. Seriously, look at that hairline. As a 22-year-old, I'm genuinely scared this is coming for me in 2 years. And so by lap 8, Piastri still hadn't used the aerodynamic advantage of his hairline, and Leclerc had fucked off into a 3.1 second gap up front. But then, on lap 19, Oscar the Hairline Pastry pits for hard tyres and goes for the undercut.
To overtake Leclerc. Fox to overtake Leclerc.
If that sounds far-fetched, it's because it was. And the next lap, Leclerc pits for hards and still has the hairline over a second behind. Leclerc is flying, he's gonna win the race.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Then his pace falls off of a fucking cliff. And by the time he stops for a second time and gets to lap 51, Piastri uses his drag reduction hairline to tell Leclerc to fuck off and sends it around the outside to take second place. So now Woody is only 6 seconds behind, and only 10 laps later, Leclerc has him right up his arse. So he does what any sane Ferrari driver would do after getting cucked by Ferrari. and starts committing war crimes. To prove my point, watch his head in this onboard footage. You can clearly see him looking to the side to check if Woody has thrown his Woody down the inside and still decides to squeeze him anyway. Woody still sticks it down the inside though, and as per, starts whining on the radio. And so by the end of the race, Leclerc is 14 seconds off of Russell and over half a second off of the lead.
This is so incredibly frustrating. We've lost all competitiveness. You just have to listen to me. I would have found a different way of managing those issues. Now it's just undrivable. It's a miracle if we finish on the podium.
How far does that radio message go?
And before the race, Ferrari tweeted this, looking to turn the pole into points. Well, congrats Ferrari, because in typical Ferrari fashion, they managed to convert a pole position and a dominant first stint into P4, exactly as planned. Shout out to the bottle job again this weekend for botching another start.
Horrible start for Lando Norris.
And then accidentally picking the best strategy to somehow win the race anyway.
And it's victory for Lando Norris here in Hungary. Oscar Piastri comes home to finish second.
What the fuck happened? What happened? What happened?
The saddest part in all this is that we didn't get a house music banger from the hairline in an Instagram post. Seriously, no joke. When this man wins, he posts bangers.
Flip it.
Lance Stroll was also a 10th off of pole, which is honestly quite remarkable considering the last time he was this close to a pole, he was dry humping at the fucking retard.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the fuck?
Nevertheless, he's still ahead of Fernando Alonso in the Drivers' Championship, so I hold my claim that he is one of the greatest drivers of all time and nobody can tell me otherwise.
Is that possible? Stroll is not looking where he's going. He completely shunted into my car.
So now we have 7 points between the top two in the championship. Lewis Hamilton thinking he's as useful as a fleshlight in a brothel. Leclerc genuinely might throw himself off a cliff, so rest in peace. Stroll is still the GOAT, and now I can jet off into the summer break with Jet2 holidays. Goodbye, and see you next week.